Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is 3-Chord Dave and today we're talking about the Gibson USA Les Paul Standard Adam Jones signature model. It's been a long time coming and it's finally here. Yes folks, after almost 18 months the Adam Jones Gibson USA Signature Edition is here. You can actually buy them right now if you go online. All sorts of places have them in stock. And we'll talk about it in just a moment. But first, I want to remind you that right here on this channel, every Saturday night, you want to come and talk to people about guitars and music and all kinds of things. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell and choose all notifications. It's called 3-Chord Dave Live. And we're going for episode 26 this Saturday. So make sure you pop along and join the club. We have a lot of fun. And sometimes we've even given away guitars on 3-Chord Dave Live. So make sure you are a part of it. Now, Adam Jones and Gibson first announced in October of 2020 that they were releasing some 1979 Les Paul guitars, basically replicas of Adam Jones's favorite guitar that he owns. You've seen it a billion times. Those were quite expensive models. You were looking at $9,999 for an aged and signed version. But the VOS version was much, much cheaper at $5,999. So, as you can guess, they just sold out instantly and like a load of them were stolen off a truck. But hey, that's fine. Gibson did replace them. They were so popular, in fact, they did a second run, a V2, and inspired by the replica or something. Anyway, that made absolutely no sense whatsoever, but they did it, so there you go. And now, finally, 18 months later, we get the Gibson USA version, the Les Paul Standard, with Adam Jones's signature on it. And here it is. So as you can see, it looks a little bit different from the 1979 version. Of course it does. Look, they're not going to sell a guitar for 10 grand and have this $3,000 version be the exact same. So there are quite a few differences and we'll run into those in a moment. But of course, the Gibson release of this guitar brings up that age-old question when any Gibson guitar is released. When are the Epiphone versions coming? Yeah, because we know Adam Jones has been working with Epiphone as well as Gibson. Obviously, those are one and the same thing. And we know that there is an Epiphone model from Adam Jones coming down the line. How far down the line is it? Well, we might just be able to figure that out. So stick around and we'll go through that towards the end of the video. But for more about this guitar, let's check it out. So as I mentioned, the price is $3,000, which is a little bit less than the $5,999 for, say, the VOS model. So what are the main differences? Well, you still have a mahogany body and a mahogany neck. You still have ebony on the fretboard and you still have a maple top. All that is still the same. Perfect. You have Grover Rotomatic tuners up there, just Grover Rotomatic tuners, nothing special about them. That's all. In the neck position, you have a Burst Booker 1 that is reverse mounted and is chrome covered. And then in the bridge position, you have a DC high-powered humbucker. No Seymour Duncans around here, nowhere near it, because, you know, Gibson make their own pickups and they're like, we can make them cheaper and we can buy those other ones. So cutting costs there all around. Somewhere else that they've cut costs is binding. Yeah. Who would have thought binding is expensive? Well, apparently it's super expensive. So on the custom model, obviously that's a Les Paul custom, not a Les Paul standard. So there was bound to be differences. See what I did there? Binding, bound to be different. Anyway, so that one has 7-ply binding on the body and 5-ply binding on the headstock. The headstock does not get binding because, you know, it's expensive. The body only gets 1-ply binding, cream binding, around the body there for that. Another difference is that the finish, the antique silver, is only on the front body of the guitar. So it's not on the back of the headstock or the neck or the back of the body like the custom shop models. And of course, these guitars do come in a modern hardshell case. Not the Adam Jones 1979 case that they charged $300 for. Nope, it just comes in like a black Gibson case. Bit of a waste if you ask me, but hey, that's Gibson for you all around. Other little touches to this guitar, you have a truss rod cover which has Adam Jones's signature on it, and you know, great. You have on the back of the headstock a geometric design, similar I believe to the one on the custom shop model, that's on the back of the headstock there, and you also have a volute on the back. So like, it's basically This is what a standard would have been like in the 70s, kinda, a little bit, but not really. So that's what they're going for there. Also, you have a 70s rounded profile neck on this guitar. So, you know, if you're an Adam Jones fan and you've only got $3,000 to spend on a guitar, which seems still like a lot of money, you're still doing quite well out of this guitar. It's not going to be as good as the custom shops, but hey, that was kind of the idea. Now, with it being a standard, it was never going to have all the features that the custom shop Les Paul Custom actually had. You're not going to get the mirror to put on the headstock. You're not going to get a whole lot of case candy either, from what I believe. You're just pretty much getting this guitar as you see it right here. Now, we talked about Epiphones. How long is it going to be? Where are the Epiphones? And I've seen a lot of comments, I've seen videos and postings and Facebook things and all that sort of stuff. And every single comment section has, yeah, but where's the Epiphones? Yeah, but where's the Epiphone? Well, I want an Epiphone. I can't afford a Gibson. Where's the Epiphones? People are just asking this question constantly. And it happens with every Gibson model pretty much that ever comes out. And let's just work it out, okay? Let's look at the Slash Epiphone Les Pauls. And how long they came out after the Les Paul standards that came out. The reason we're looking at those ones is the Slash Gibson Les Paul standards are the same price as this one, $2,999. Those came out about 18 months before the Epiphone models. So if you're saying to yourself, hey, I'm not waiting 18 months for an Epiphone, screw it, I'll buy a Harley Benton. Just relax, because it's not going to be 18 months. I don't think so. It's almost 18 months since the custom shop models were released. And of course, they were very limited supply, whereas these standards are just part of the collection now. You can buy these at any point. They're going to keep making them, similar to the Slash collection. And there's going to be more guitars added to the Adam Jones collection also. So my best guess is that somewhere between Summer NAMM this year and Winter NAMM next year, you're going to see those Adam Jones Epiphones make an appearance. If I was a betting man, I would say somewhere around September, October is where you're going to see them. And that's because we've already had roughly 18 months since the first Adam Jones guitar hit the shelves and sold out in a few minutes. These ones are going to sell really well at the start, but Gibson are going to catch a few people over the summer. And then even after Summer NAMM, I don't expect them really in at Summer NAMM, because people will then be like, oh, they're not coming for ages. I'll just try and save up for that Gibson. Give it a couple of months, you'll see them then. So end of year 2022, that's when you're going to see the Epiphone Adam Jones Les Pauls. These ones, I'm not a huge fan of antique silver burst, to be quite honest with you. I've never really enjoyed it as a finish, don't think it's great. So I'm not interested in these whatsoever. I also think they look kind of cheap. But maybe that's just because the other ones look a lot better. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, you can pick up some 3 Chord Dave merch if you're inclined to do so. Links are in the description below. And don't forget to join us on Saturday for 3 Chord Dave Live, where we'll be live and 3 Chord Dave will be there. All right, guys. Until then, take care and I'll see you soon.